Race coming down to the wire here on election night. I'm Nick Pick, live in Baton Rouge, where the people at the Renaissance Hotel are waiting to hear from Democratic incumbent John Bel Edwards.
I'm live from the LaBerge Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge.
I'm live here right now at ULM as we're looking to see who's going to be Louisiana's next governor. Stay tuned for more.
Right now, KNOE 8 News special coverage of Campaign 2019.
And welcome. It is Election Day, and KNOE has you covered for all of your local races, including live reports from the top 3 gubernatorial camps. Of course, the numbers now coming in. Of course, the biggest race is the governor's race.
That's right. So let's begin with Nick Pick, who's at the governor's camp in Baton Rouge. He joins us with a look at what's going on there. Set the scene for us, Nick.
Good evening, Jeff and Jennifer. This crowd here, this packed crowd here at the Renaissance Hotel in Baton Rouge, still waiting to hear from Governor John Bel Edwards, still waiting to meet and greet with him and hear from him as this race goes down to the wire. And as they wait, they've got the LSU game on one TV and the live election results coming in on the other. And as these results come in, it's starting to look more and more likely like we're heading to a runoff. If I refresh the results for you, this is 92% of precincts reporting, and John Bel Edwards still sitting in that 45 to 46% range, looking like it will go to a runoff election. Now, who will challenge him in that runoff election still remains to be seen. And of course, this is LSU makes a great play on defense, and the crowd here goes wild a little bit. But speaking of those Republican candidates who may challenge the governor, we are live there as well. And let's continue our team coverage still in Baton Rouge with Tyler Wan, who's hanging out with Eddie Risponi's camp. Tyler?
Hey guys, we're at the LaBerge Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge. As you guys can hear, they're playing a football game. The crowd is very excited while they wait with bated breath for the results. Now I'm looking at the most recent results. We have 90% of people reporting. Eddie Risponi is at 27%, with John Bel Edwards at 46%, and Ralph Abraham at 24%. We talked to Eddie Risponi's campaign team, and they say they feel very confident about his odds. They're really hoping and they're praying that he will make it into the runoff with Governor John Bel Edwards. And once the election results come in, Mr. Risponi will make a speech, and we will have that for you. And meanwhile, our Courtney Cole is at ULM. Courtney, how's it look?
And that defines Ralph Abraham. The right thing to do is who he is. And we took the high road in this election. And by God, that's the way we're going to do it, and we're going to stick with that plan. So the last thing I'm going to say.
All right, we are watching live this scene right there, and from what we are being told, Congressman Ralph Abraham has conceded in the Louisiana gubernatorial race. We are watching this whole situation unfold live as we speak, and as you just heard from Nick Pick, he is at the governor's camp in Baton Rouge as well. We've also got our Courtney Cole. She is going to be joining us live from the ULM headquarters. Can we go ahead and take a look at those numbers in the governor's race again, and that way we can kind of get a better idea of where things stand. There you see it. This is with 90% reporting, Edwards with 44%, and there you see Baton Rouge businessman Eddie Risponi coming in with 27%, and Congressman Ralph Abraham with 24%. Again, the congressman just recently conceded in this race, and so we've got plenty of other races though to cover this evening, and we've got you covered with all your local and statewide races.
That's right. Now let's check in and see what happened in the lieutenant governor race between Billy Nungesser, the incumbent, and Willie Jones. And you see there 90% reporting. I believe it is final now. Billy Nungesser has won this, so he will go back in for another term as the lieutenant governor, facing his Democratic opponent, Willie Jones. Billy, of course, the Republican, and has been in there for several years, and will get back in again for a second term.
All right, moving on, let's take a look at the next race. And from what I understand, we are going to be rejoining Congressman Ralph Abraham.
Have met some of you that I would have never met before, been to places in the state that I would have never traveled to before. And I'm one of those odd guys that loves to campaign because you meet people that are just salt and light of the earth. Our family, we're a very tight-knit, close family, but this has even brought us closer together because we've been in the trenches together. We fought the wars just like you have. And again, these wonderful grandchildren behind me, they will hopefully continue the march forward and be involved not only politically, socially, culturally, but in their community. So this is what we want to leave with them, is that lesson of service. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've called Eddie, I've given him my congratulations, and I have endorsed him because we still have one task left, and that's to beat John Bel Edwards. I've said it before, and I'll say it over and over again. The reason Diane and I jumped in this race to begin with is we simply did not like where we were as a state, dead last in everything. The only way to fix that is to put somebody else in that position. So we're going to march forward November 16th. We're going to beat him from the Republican standpoint, and hopefully we move in a direction that we all know we can be. I'm looking out among the crowd. You're all my friends. You're all my supporters. Again, just a big thanks. We will continue to serve you in Congress, and we will continue to march forward and do what we know is right and righteous. And again, we'll be at church in the morning with our good pastor and First Lady over there, and I would encourage all of you to do the same. So thank you for coming out. Good night, and God bless you. Thank you.
All right, Ralph Abraham conceding there. Now we're going to check in with the lieutenant governor race. And as we said earlier, Billy Nungesser, the incumbent, facing off against Willie Jones. And we had just heard, too, that Billy Nungesser won the lieutenant governor race again. So he'll be getting in for another term as he advances on.
All right, let's check out the next race. Moving on to the Secretary of State. Voters deciding on a new Secretary of State. Incumbent Kyle Ardoin defeating his challengers, Gwen Collins Greenup and Thomas Kennedy. Also Amanda Jennings Smith. There you see how those numbers are stacking up. So again, the incumbent Kyle Ardoin taking a second term.
And the Attorney General race, Jeff Landry also will get another term as he defeats Ike Jackson Jr. Everyone is reported right now, so this is a final. Jeff Landry gets another term as your Attorney General.
And according to the AP, we also have a final in this next race. In the state treasurer's race, incumbent John Schroeder defeating his challengers, Derek Edwards and Teresa Kenny. So another term there for the incumbent, John Schroeder.
And Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry, the incumbent Mike Strain, as you see there, leading the way. So it looks like he is in pretty good shape to possibly go ahead and get another term as the Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry, 86% reporting at this point.
All right, moving over to the Commissioner of Insurance. Here's a look at how those numbers are shaking out at this point. 89% reporting, and we've got a closer one here with James Donelon 54% over Tim Temple, both Republicans in that race. All right, we also are going to be looking at a runoff in the Tallulah Tallulah mayor's race, but evidently we're going to go back to the Louisiana governor's race and take a look at some of those numbers. All right, from what I understand, we're now going to head over to our weather department and check in with Marcus Walter for the forecast.
Well, good evening, everyone. You know, it's been a very busy election day, and as we talk about the weather for today, well, we started out very chilly this morning. So if you went out this morning and cast your ballots, you noticed that it was chilly out there. Temperatures starting out at 47 degrees. This afternoon, we peaked at 69 degrees. And when we take a look at temperatures now, we're only in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Not as cold tonight, though. But I'll tell you more about your weather coming up in just a bit.
Marcus, thank you. All right, a hotly contested race is for the State Senate District 32 seat.
That's right. Perry Robinson is in studio. He has a look at those numbers. Perry, what can you show us?
All right, Jeff and Jennifer, now there were a lot of hotly contested races with a lot of them being tightly contested again. But the first race we're going to start at is the State Senate District 32 seat, where Glenn Womack has been declared the winner with 100% of those precincts being reported as he defeated Steve May, Judia Duhan, and Daniel Cole. We'll now move on to State Senate District 32, where Stewart Cathy Jr. has been declared winner with 52% of this vote, and she defeated Republican Wade Bishop for this state Senate seat. All right, now to one of the most hotly contested races, as you will see. Now, this one will head to a runoff with Jim Fannin going up against Jay Morris, with Mr. Fannin taking 39%. He is the incumbent. Will face off Jay Morris with 36% of that vote. Now, moving on to State Representative District 15 seat, where another runoff will be declared in this race, where Foy Gadberry will face off against Justin Tidwell. And with the last race of today, well, one of the other races with today is State Representative District 16. This again is Katrina Jackson's old seat, and Frederick Jones will go to a runoff against Darryl Berry. Back to you, Jeff and Jennifer.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you, Perry. All right, well, let's check out the District 5 Board of Education seat. Both Republicans here, Ashley Ellis from here in Monroe, and she's also the assistant principal at Neville High School, facing off with Stephen Chapman of Alexandria. There you can see she's got a comfortable lead, and that is with 99% reporting.
And with the Ouachita Parish Clerk of Court race, as you see coming up, Dana Benson, Mike Walsworth, and Lakeisha Johnson all in the race. And Michael Walsworth, with 100% reporting, gets 48% of the votes, so he will go ahead and become your new Ouachita Parish Clerk of Court.
Get to the back.
Well, coming up, the latest on the Hard Rock Hotel collapse in New Orleans.
Closed captioning provided by your local Hometown Max near you.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marshall Sanson of Sanson Family Medicine in West Monroe, Louisiana. You now have lots of choices for walk-in clinics here in town, so why choose us?
We have some of the shortest wait times in town with a friendly staff to help take care of you.